So here we are again, guys. Another late night staring at my screen and trying to make sense of what the General Hospital writers are doing to us. Honestly, I am so tired. Just so tired. But I can't stop watching. You know how it is. You tell yourself you're going to take a break, maybe just read the recaps for a few weeks, but then they pull a stunt like Tuesday, March 24, and you are right back in the thick of it. And let me tell you, Tuesday's episode was a lot. A whole lot. It's like they took every single storyline we've been stressing over for the last month and just threw them all into a blender. So let's talk about it. Let's just dive right in because I have a lot of feelings and I need to get them out before my head explodes. First of all, let's talk about the absolute disaster that is the Canada escape plan. We all knew it wasn't going to work right. Who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Nobody who has watched this soap for more than 5 minutes thought Jason Morgan and Britt Westbourne were actually going to successfully hop a border and live happily ever after while her Huntington's meds got reverse engineered. But man, they really had to twist the knife, didn't they? Jason won't be able to leave for Canada with Britt like he was planning. And the way it went down? Ugh. So Dante Falconeri corners Jason in the parking lot outside the gym. Of all places. And he's got a WSB warrant. A WSB warrant? Dante is warning Jason not to try bolting or causing a scene. And why? Because Jason's kid is right there. Danny's right there. We saw Jason having that heartbreaking goodbye with Danny just a few episodes ago, asking him how he'd feel about living with Alexis Davis. And now Danny has to stand there in a parking lot and watch his dad get cornered by the cops. Again, it's just brutal. Jason has no choice but to surrender to Dante's demand and head down to the station with him. He can't shoot his way out of this one, not with Danny watching. And honestly, it makes me so mad. Jason was literally up on a roof with a sniper rifle trying to take out Ross Cullum to protect Britt. And now he's getting slapped in cuffs by Dante. General Hospital spoilers are saying Jason's formal arrest is on the way, and I just can't deal with the thought of Britt waiting for him. Speaking of Britt, she is down on Pier 55, and she is so clueless about what is happening to Jason right now. She just got the stolen medication from Lucas Jones. Yes, Lucas actually came through. After Brad Cooper practically begged him to follow through on his promise to save Britt's life, Lucas got the meds. But Britt is standing there warning Lucas that Jen Sidwell isn't the only person he needs to worry about. She tells him that Ross Cullum is arguably even more sinister and dangerous. And she is not wrong. Cullum is terrifying, but Britt is just standing there on the pier clutching those vials hoping to meet up with Jason next. And we, the audience, know Jason is never going to show up. He's in the back of a squad car. Don't miss Britt's reaction to that awful news the spoilers say. Oh, I won't miss it, but I will probably be crying into my wine glass. It is just so tragic. And wait, it gets messier. Because Rocco Falconeri is down on the pier too. Rocco is spying on Britt. He saw her get the stolen medication from Lucas. Why is Rocco there? Remember last week when he showed up at Britt's door above Bobby's asking for a favor, and Britt felt so guilty because she had promised to go to his game but knew she was going to skip town. Well, Rocco clearly didn't just let it go. He followed her. Or he was just lurking around the pier because teenagers in Port Charles have literally zero adult supervision. So now Rocco knows something sketchy is going on with Britt and Lucas. This is gonna blow up in Dante and Lulu's faces, I just know it. But let's pivot back to the meds for a second. Marco Hughes. Poor stupid desperate Marco. He managed to steal those medication doses from the safe at Windermere. We saw Pascal catch him, or at least get suspicious, and we knew Cullum was breathing down his neck. And now Cullum ambushes Marco at the law office. And he has a knife behind his back. A literal knife. Will Cullum kill Marco for stealing Britt's medication doses? Honestly, I kind of think he might. Marco has been playing with fire for weeks. He thought he could outsmart his father Jen Sidwell and outsmart Cullum. But Cullum is a trained WSB killer. Marco is just a guy in way over his head. The spoilers say Marco could be at risk of some stabbing danger. Stabbing danger? That is such a soap opera phrase, but I love it. I mean, I don't want Marco to die, maybe I'm being too harsh, but he really brought this on himself. If Marco dies that Windermere dinner party, Sidwell is planning to unite the families of Lucas, and Marco is going to be incredibly awkward. Like, hey, sorry, my WSB buddy stabbed your relative past the P's. And speaking of Jen Sidwell, what a piece of work this guy is. He is over here taunting Laura Collins, taunting the mayor. He acts like she should be thanking him for something. What is he even talking about? Laura won't be feeling grateful at all because she is being forced to do Sidwell's bidding. I swear, Sidwell has his tentacles in everything right now. He's got Willow drugging Drew into locked-in syndrome, he's planning this weird mob-adjacent dinner party, and now he's blackmailing or forcing Laura to do things for him? When is someone gonna take this guy down? I was hoping Jason would just snipe Cullum and then turn the rifle on Sidwell, but no. Jason is getting arrested. So Sidwell just gets to keep walking around, Port Charles acting like he owns the place. It makes my blood boil. It really does. Okay, let me take a breath. Let's talk about Carly and Valentin. Because of course, Carly is right in the middle of some drama. Over at Carly's place, she is complaining. Shocking, I know. Carly complaining, unheard of. But she's complaining about Valentin Cassidy not giving her a heads up on something. Valentin, who she has been hiding as a fugitive, by the way. Valentin just acts like he didn't want to ruin the surprise. What surprise Valentin is plotting a bold move. And whenever a Cassidine plots a bold move, people usually end up kidnapped, presumed dead, or stranded on a Greek island. Carly really needs to realize who she is getting in bed with here. Literally and figuratively. I know they had that passionate encounter, and Jason even walked in and raged at Carly about it, but Carly never listens. She thinks she can handle Valentin. She can't handle Valentin. Nobody can handle Valentin except maybe Anna, and even she struggles. And speaking of people looking for Britt, Nathan West just found Jack Brennan in the room above Bobby's. Brennan is looking for Britt as soon as possible. He insists he has to find her and expresses his fear for her safety. Brennan knows Cullum is dirty. Brennan and Cullum were literally just arguing at the WSB field office while Jason had a laser sight on them. Brennan knows that if Cullum realizes Britt leaked the info about the 5 poppies and the Cold Fusion project, Cullum will kill her. So Brennan is frantically searching Bobby's, but Britt isn't there. She's on the pier, getting spied on by Rocco. It's like a terrible comedy of errors where everyone is missing each other by 5 minutes and the stakes are life and death. Now let's switch gears completely because we have to talk about the Quartermains. Specifically Tracy Quartermain and Brook Lynn. Tracy is not holding back. She never does, but she has an important question for Brook Lynn. There are all these concerns about Brook Lynn's problems and whether she is using baby Phoebe, that's the name they are giving Delilah's baby, apparently as a way to get past them. Tracy straight up asks Brook Lynn about that. She points out that baby Phoebe can't fix any unresolved issues she might have regarding Giovanni Gio Palmieri or even her marriage to Harrison Chase. Ouch. Just ouch. But is Tracy wrong? Let's be real. Brook Lynn has a history of using babies to cover up her trauma. Remember the whole Bailey Louise fake pregnancy thing to protect Maxie's baby from Peter August that destroyed Brook Lynn when she had to give the baby back? And now she is jumping headfirst into fostering this premature Jane Doe baby that Chase found. Chase even worried that Brook Lynn was getting too attached. And Tracy is seeing right through it. Tracy knows that Brook Lynn and Chase have been having some tension. And what is this about Gio Palmieri? Is Brook Lynn projecting her unresolved feelings or guilt about Gio onto this baby? I mean, Gio has been dealing with Emma Scorpio Drake drama and getting advice from Sunny. But maybe there is more to the Brook Lynn Gio dynamic than we thought. Or maybe Tracy is just stirring the pot because she's Tracy. But honestly, I think Tracy is right. You can't just slap a foster baby on a struggling marriage and expect it to fix everything. It's a recipe for disaster. Brook Lynn is going to end up heartbroken again when Delilah's family is finally located and they take baby Phoebe away. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion and you can't look away. So what does all this mean for the big picture? Let's zoom out a little bit. We know Steve Burton is taking a short break. The show has been heavily telegraphing Jason's exit. We thought he was going to go on the run to Canada with Britt. We thought maybe Cullum was going to kidnap him and put him on ice. But now it looks like Jason is just going to jail. Or maybe this arrest is a setup. Maybe Dante is actually trying to protect Jason by taking him into custody so Cullum can't get to him. Oh man, that would be a twist. But Dante seemed pretty serious about that WSB warrant. And if Jason is locked up, who is going to protect? Britt Brennan is trying, but he's just one guy. Lucas is trying, but he's a doctor, not a bodyguard. Marco is probably bleeding out on a law office floor right now. Britt is completely exposed. And what about the whole Danny Morgan guardianship thing? Jason was trying to get Alexis Davis to be Danny's guardian. Alexis was arguing with Tracy about it. Alexis was asking Diane Miller if Jason finalized the paperwork. If Jason goes to prison, Danny is going to need that guardian immediately. And Alexis still has that restraining order issue with Willow keeping Danny away from Scout. It's all just a massive, tangled web of misery for these characters. And I am sitting here typing this, drinking my lukewarm coffee, wondering why I let this show stress me out so much. But that's the magic of it, right? You guys know exactly what I mean. We complain, we rant, we say the writers hate us, but we tune in every single day. Because we care about Britt. We want her to beat this Huntington's thing. We care about Jason even when he makes terrible decisions. We even care about Marco sort of in a please don't get stabbed by a WSB psycho kind of way. I just keep thinking about that scene on the pier. Britt standing there. The water, the fog, holding those vials of stolen meds, thinking her knight in black leather is going to ride up on his motorcycle and whisk her away to safety. And instead she's going to get a phone call, or Brennan is going to run up to her and she's going to find out Jason is gone. Arrested, taken away. And she is going to realize she is all alone against Cullum and Sidwell. It breaks my heart. It really does. The actress is going to knock that reaction out of the park. I already know it. And then there is the Valentin factor. What is his bold move? Is he going to crash Sidwell's dinner party? Is he going to go down into the Windermere catacombs and find a dead body? The spoilers for next week tease that someone might find a corpse at that party. Could it be Pascal? Or could it be Marco? If Cullum finishes the job at the law office and dumps the body, the stakes are just so incredibly high right now. I don't know, guys. I really don't know how they are going to resolve all of this. It feels like we are rushing toward a massive cliffhanger. Jason in cuffs. Britt in danger. Marco bleeding. Carly getting played by Valentin. Brook Lynn getting a harsh reality check from Tracy. It is just non-stop drama. And I am here for it. Even though I am exhausted, even though I have to be up for work in 4 hours, I am going to be glued to my screen on Tuesday to see how this all shakes out. Let's talk a little more about the Lulu and Nathan situation while we are at it, because that ties into Dante's headspace. Dante is out here arresting Jason Morgan, his former friend Sonny's right-hand man. Dante has been dealing with so much stress lately. Maxie ambushed him about Lulu and Nathan's romance. Nathan warned Dante about Cullum being dangerous and not letting him near Lulu. Dante is carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders right now. He's got his ex-wife dating a guy who was supposed to be dead, his current love interest Elizabeth being pressured by her toxic ex Rick Lansing, and now he has to slap cuffs on Jason in front of Jason's kid. You have to wonder if Dante is just going to snap at some point. He used to be the cool, reasonable guy in the room, but lately he just looks aggravated all the time. Can you blame him? Port Charles is an absolute madhouse right now.